Hello and welcome back to another Bendyworks blog post. We're at the end of a series of blog posts here on Ionic Geolocation. And I'm Ryan Corbin, and this is my associate, John Condon. And we're going to finally show you how to do Ionic 4 with geolocation with Capacitor. Everybody loves Capacitor. My mom loves Capacitor. John knows that. She doesn't know what it is, but she knows she loves it.
As long as your son loves it.
As long as your son loves it. Let's switch over to the desktop.
That's
here.
how my mom is. So.
She loves everything you love.
That's
a
good mom, yeah.
Yeah, that's good mom energy. Well, you're her baby, right?
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah. So I'm starting a project here with the angular flag at the back. Mm-hmm. That'll start us an Ionic 4 project instead of Ionic 3.
Okay.
So
With Angular.
And yeah, you'll be able to switch those out later for Vue and React, which would be awesome.
jQuery.
jQuery, if you're into that sort of thing. Just starting a blank project, and yes. Actually, you know what? No, I'm not going to integrate with Cordova, because I don't think we need Cordova for anything.
Right, because we're using Capacitor.
Yeah. We're using Capacitor.
Yeah.
We've been installing Cordova with the other two, but
Don't need it. See ya.
Yeah. And then in a second here, again, it's going to give us an option to do the Ionic Pro SDK. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, we're going to have to say no. No, we just don't need it.
But it's amazing.
It is amazing. And if you get a chance, check it out.
Yeah, definitely.
Put all your apps up on there.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody loves it. We'll say no. And then we'll CD in. And then here's where it kind of diverges from the other ones we have. First, you need to run build. Okay. So that'll generate your, your www file.
Sure.
And so that you can edit it and install the capacitor. Mm-hmm. It just takes a little while. And then you're going to install the capacitor core and the CLI.
Awesome.
Which is important. And then, so there's still a couple Cordova packages that are implemented with Ionic just right out of the box. One of those is the splash screen, and if you don't remove it, you're going to have some problems. So just take a moment to remove out. And all of this stuff is on the Ionic docs page, or the capacitor docs page.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I'm curious, on the page that you're referring to, do we need to install the CLI globally or with the application itself?
I think you can install it globally, but I usually just install it with the application, just so I have sandbox.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And then once you remove the splash screen, you can just init, and that works pretty fast, and then it offers you options to add Android, add iOS, or add Electron.
Electron.
Yeah,
that's new.
Electron support isn't fully up there yet,
but
it's definitely one of the great things about Ionic 4, to be able to create a phone app, a desktop app, and even a PWA. I'm just going to add iOS, because that's really all I need today. And then we're going to open up the code as soon as it gets running.
Cool. Actually finished pretty fast.
Yeah. Okay. So this is going to be a little bit different from the other ones in the fact that we're just going to jump straight into it. The home page. We'll add our the homepage.html. We'll add our typical page from the other two, and that's just 2 lines, a latitude and longitude line, and a button to trigger it so you can get the location. And then the JavaScript. So the JavaScript is a little different. Instead of importing geolocation, you're going to import the plugins from the capacitor core. Okay. And then this little line needs to be added, and if you were using multiple things from capacitor, you'd have geolocation, camera, all that kind of stuff.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So it looks like we're just destructuring out those values from plugins.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah. So then once you have that, I think this is a lot simpler than the other one, but once you add that, add latitude and I swear I would just go latitude and longitude, and then we're going to have a very simple get location, at least compared to the other ones. Open that up a little bit. So you just get the location and the coordinates, and then you pull it out. That's all there is to it.
Cool.
And then it should bind to it.
Using async await.
Yep. Oh yeah. And I think that is slightly different from the other ones. It's the async.
Yeah. The other ones we're using just .then promise chain.
Right. Yeah. And so that should be it. And then the only thing you have to be aware here is the CLI commands are slightly different. We're going to build and then copy and then open iOS. There's no way yet to launch it to the simulator from the CLI yet.
Okay.
So we're going to have to...
The copy?
The copy is going to copy the built version to your iOS platform file.
Oh, sure.
So, and you need to do that every time you want to deploy the device, just simply because that's what you gotta do right now.
Okay.
It might change in the future. It probably will change in the future once a full version comes out.
Throw that in your package.json scripts.
There you go. Yeah, I should. I use it frequently, so.
Well, it's a silly application. Not silly, but it's a small application that we're using in a demo.
I spent so much time on this.
It's silly.
It's silly.
No, it's not.
It is silly. Okay, so once you get in here, and once it indexes all your files, you should be able to run it. Unless it breaks. Which, I know. My builds never break.
No, same here.
Never. And you can tell it's a Capacitor project by the nice Capacitor logo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should be the flux capacitor.
The flux. Yeah, why didn't they? Oh, and we made a mistake again, the previous version.
Oh, right.
The test location here, that button actually should be an Ion button, which is a change between Ionic 3 and 4, is that the decorator Ion button is now just the tag.
Mm-hmm.
So, but let's see if it works. It's going to access our geolocation, and there we go.
All right.
Yeah, and like we've said before, that is not a location.
Nope.
Don't try to come find us. But that's how simple it is. And check out our other videos for regular Ionic 3 and Ionic 4, and
More videos to come.
let us know if you have any questions. All right.
See ya.
Have a good one.